Welcome to the Real Estate Wholesaling Deal Room with Ebony Biko, your mortgage strategist, loan officer, real estate investor, and overall, I am a flipper also, but I'm also a mentor that currently have over 14,000 verifiable students nationwide and actually out the country too. So with that being said, this particular episode or just podcast as a whole is about wholesaling, how to become that bona fide bomb ass real estate wholesaler. Well, you are in the right place. But this particular episode I am going to be talking about is wholesaling real estate legal, right? If you are a real estate investor, this episode is definitely for you. If you are a wholesaler, this absolutely is for you. But guess what? If you are a realtor and you're trying to understand real estate investing as a whole, or you get these contracts and you see and or signees and you like WTF, this is absolutely for you. Yes. Wholesaling real estate. It is actually legal, not illegal. It is actually legal. Real estate wholesaling is legal in many states, but it is not unregulated. So the key thing here is for you to understand that wholesaling itself is legal. How you determine it and make it legal is by being compliant. So the general rule is wholesaling is legal when you are putting a property under contract as a buyer, right? You're going to be a buyer. Then you're assigning your contractual rights to another buyer, usually an investor, which is your end buyer, and being transparent about your role in the transaction. You are selling your interest in the contract, not the property itself. When it can actually become illegal is wholesaling if you're acting like a real estate agent without a license. If you are trying to market or sell a property you do not own or have the rights to, that is why it's important to market yourself as a wholesaler, but at the same time, go ahead and build your real estate investors list. If you fail to disclose that you are assigning the contract, that is why it's important for your contract to say Ebony, Biko, and or assignees. Misrepresenting your role in the transaction, you need to be honest with their realtor and let them know, hey, I'm a wholesaler. Some realtors not going to go for you being a wholesaler. So this is going to be a case whereas I'm interested in this contract. I do have partners. I just got to, do my 714 due diligence time that I'm obligated to get based upon how we've written a contract and got it accepted. That's going to give you time to verify with your business partners, your joint venture partners. Well, your partners are the assignees, and that's why I say and or assignees. And then I give you the opportunity to turn around and have that contract assigned over to them once you figured out who's going to go ahead and do that contract and buy it from you. Now, in some states, they have stricter rules, especially when it comes to how many deals that you can actually do without a license, whether you can even market the deal publicly, and disclosure requirements. But what most people don't realize is there's no one-size-fits-all rule. Every state has its own laws. Some are now more flexible than others. Some are more regulated than others. So this is why it's very serious for wholesalers to understand their state laws. If you ever have any questions in regards to the state laws, send me a message and I can tell you what state, what the rules and regulations are for your particular state and how wholesaling can be done. You need to use the proper contracts, work with title companies as well as good attorneys. You need to be honest and just overall stay transparent on every single deal. Now, you want to definitely go ahead and make sure you stay safe and compliant so you do not go to jail, get a fine or anything like that. And honestly, make money, but just build your name up and build your reputation up out there. Because wholesaling truly is a community. It's a community of real estate investors. It's a community of realtors. It's a community of other wholesalers. If you're good at what you do, you will have other wholesalers allowing you to help them sell one of their contracts. Remember, I didn't say sell one of their properties, sell one of their listings, sell one of their contracts, okay? Now, with that being said, you need to basically make sure that if you want to stay compliant, you always be the buyer on the contract. You are the buyer on the contract with the and or assignees because you have the right to assign your contract to end buyer, to your quote unquote partner. That's why it's the signees. You're the assigner assigning the contract to one of the assignees, which is your quote unquote partner. Okay. Now, you only want to market the contract that you have an interest in. So don't be trying to market other properties out there that you have absolutely nothing to do with. Market the contract, not the property. Be clear that you are assigning the deal. Build relationships with professionals such as like title companies, attorneys, brokers if needed, somebody like me who's very knowledgeable. Wholesaling real estate is legal, but it must be done correctly and within your state's guidelines. The difference between legal and illegal wholesaling usually just comes down to the transparency, the structure, and the compliance. So, with that being said, I am Ebony Biko, and I am your mortgage strategist.